Welcome folks, we have here another game we'll learn from Fnatic versus SKT. This is the first game in the group stage of Worlds 2019 and it's a very interesting game. It seems SKT found a solution to the composition trick that Fnatic has stapled here in Europe. And the answer seems to be in Kale. Even if it happens for him to lose in the early game, he will still have his utility later on. He's a very powerful champ. And now, this is very interesting. SKT saw game plan going top, and right now they know it's a 4v4. They will try to steal the red from Rek'Sai, which is a good thing. And apparently they have a very strong level 1 because of okay, we can watch this. This is first blood going for the faker. Luckily, Rek'Sai manages to escape, but a very bad situation here. Faker having first blood. And SKT, I think they knew they had the advantage. They had very strong damage from Lee Sin, who is very strong early game. They also had stun from Nautilus auto attacks, so that's a very powerful situation. And they get the first blood on Reckless. Very good for them. Okay. Talking about compositions, if Fnatic doesn't get a lead early on, or at least gets to control, if they don't get to control the game, they will lose. And of course we know the result of this matchup, and that's because they don't have range carries compared to SKT, where they have of course Tristana, and Cade will prove to be a really great answer to Fnatic composition. Alright, moving further into the game, we have here a very ingenious gank done by SKT bottom lane. Right? The cooldowns are almost recovered on the teleports, and they had the eye for the Mountain Drake for a long time. They did a really good job warding it, and it should come anytime soon. Kyle goes back, buys a few items, and when he comes, this will be very strong. Uses the teleport, and so does Akali. And this is a very beautiful gank, as everybody was here, everybody knew about it. It wasn't spontaneous, it was very well thought out. They teleport on the same ward, they come bottom, they kill the Fnatic bottom lane, and they go from here to make the dragon. Very well planned. Fnatic of course later will try to do something on the top tower, but they fail. This is a very courageous escape by Bwipo. Keeps his flash, knowing his teammates will come to the rescue, will come to the fight. Later into the game, coming up to minute 15. Because of the pressure Fnatic put bottom lane, Klid is taking advantage and tries to solo the Herald, and it's a very good decision because Akali had pressure top, and all Fnatic and the rest of Fnatic were in the bottom side of the map, and they lose sight of the Herald. Klid takes advantage of that and makes it, and now they are trying to push mid, which is a very good decision. Breaking this mid turret is of great importance to SK Telecom. At this stage in the game, right, 15 minutes into the game, on the first turret, blood. I think there's no more first turret blood, but the middle turret falling. Now Faker has freedom to move. And well done by them. In response, I think Fnatic, and understanding the situation they're in, right? At this point, SKT is ahead. So they try to take top turret. And they do, as response. But so does Telecom. Now tries to do the same on bottom side. I'm not sure if they succeed taking the bottom turret, because Fnatic is putting pressure mid, but also the dragon is coming up. And of course, for Fnatic, I think this is a good call, trying to take down the middle turret. But they do not have enough damage. Right? They do not have enough damage. And because of that, Gale gets the bottom turret. And still, Fnatic lingers here, I think a little bit too much. Way too much. Not a little bit, way too much. They seem a little bit desperate. And they should be. Because if nothing happens, if nothing good happens for them, they will lose to the composition of SK Telecom. Because of the late powerhouses in Tristana and Kayle. So, in some sense, sure, it seemed a little bit desperate, but it was a good call, trying to get that middle turret down. You could argue Ocean Drake wasn't that important, so thinking that SK Telecom will come later, I don't know, they did linger too much there. Coming up to minute 24, and team fight will happen in the middle lane. That will kind of show the situation of the game, right? SK Telecom try to push the Baron here, and they will do so repeatedly, trying to take advantage or forcing the hand of Fnatic. Even if Akali is losing bot lane, the matchup against Rise, SKT do not fear, do not falter here. Right, they're trying here now to catch Rize, so that doesn't happen. It seems Fnatic have their eyes dead set on the middle turret. Right, and then try here to do something, but we can see that Kayle is doing work. Now that Tristana came to the fight, right? There is no range carry on the side of Fnatic, and every time they fight, they have to go deep into the enemy, right? And because of this, Kayle gets to dish out damage, right? Little by little, the damage adds up. Tristana as well. This is the third dragon. And at this point, the difference is becoming more clearer, right? Fnatic is on a time clock. If they do not make something happen, they will lose the game. So they have to do something. Sure, they're trying their best, of course. And great. We saw how uninterrupted Kayle did the damage, right? She feared nothing, and that's the weakness of Fnatic opposition. They do not have the same threat. And as the game progresses, right, there is no significant goal lead to any of the teams, right? It's a small lead, but because of the champions, right? I'm talking too much about the champions. Now, knowing this, right? SK Telecom are pushing the button, right? Forcing Fnatic out. Forcing Fnatic to come to them. And this is, I think, the second team fight goes wrong for Fnatic. I think at this point, the fate of the game is clear. Coming up to a deciding team fight. From here on out, the game Fnatic tries their best. They had to do something. They tried their best. And it was a good engage. It certainly was a good engage. But the better composition here. And SKT now are free to make the Baron. Kale got back, Baron. The fate of the game at this point is sealed. Fnatic didn't manage to win a single fight. Right? And you could say yes, because Faker got first blood early into the game, then there was the great 5-man gank bottom lane with a double teleport. Sure, you could say, but the gold was even, or close to even, right? The goal difference wasn't that big. The maximum was 2,000. Not that big. The strength of SK Telecom was in the form of range carries. Great answer to Fnatic composition that Kale with Nautilus bottom. And this is game. Okay folks, thank you for watching. See you next time.
From the fight and the resets now come in. It's all about Teddy's damage and Faker launching himself forward. Clit's there. Can he find the Q? He doesn't need to. They just want to take down these inhibitors. And SKT, a beautiful turnaround team fight.
And now they've got alone time with the Nexus turrets here. Broxa and Hillisang trying to fend them off.